back to TMX Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan and we are nearly through chopping week, and today we're chopping cheese. Now cheese is done on speed 7 and sometimes speed 8, okay? But I've put 7 on the little flyer you can download from my website. Now today we've got 2 types of cheese we're going to talk about. We've got softer cheeses like our tasty cheese, and we've got hard cheeses. Now the maximum amount of cheese in the bowl is 300 grams, okay? And that's important. You'll actually notice that it won't chop well, particularly your soft cheeses, if you go too much in there. You may hear your Thermomix stall and not actually be able to go, and you've got to quickly stop it, pull some of your food out, move the bits that are stuck under the blades to be able to actually turn it on. Now, it's not going to damage your machine. The machine's magnetically driven, so it doesn't create heat. It will never go kaboom, but, which, you know, I know that in the past I've done that to a blender many, many years ago. It'll never do that, but the blades will eventually wear. There's bearings in the blades, and they're the part we want to protect. So, with this, speed 7, and be mindful of those maximums. The other thing to be mindful of is because we are working with something that's a bit stringy, right? Like cheese is not easy to chop. Well, the Parmesan is. Parmesan's a hard cheese, it just breaks. But your softer cheese, the blades have to work hard to get through it. So for that reason, make sure you're chopping them no bigger than the size of your silver dal. Okay, so today I don't have a huge amount because I'm just putting it on top of some beautiful shepherd's pie for dinner. So I have some tasty cheese and I have some Parmesan. I'm going to show you both. Okay, I'm going to show you how they work on this speed together, on speed 7. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put my little bit of tasty cheese in. I'll weigh it for example's sake today. Bring up those scales. I do not have much Parmesan at all. I didn't really want much Parmesan. But there you go, 100 grams, spot on there. So now I'm going to put on, now the sheet says, speed 7 for 7 to 10 seconds. Okay, 7 is going to give us nice little balls. If you keep going for too long, and if I had 300 grams, I'd probably do 10 seconds, right? But I've only got the 100 grams, so I'm not using a huge amount in there. But if you go too long, you'll end up with cream cheese spread, right? You'll end up with something that's spreadable. So it eventually gets to balls, and then it starts getting to a clump, and then you'll end up with this nearly dough ball kind of looking thing, which turns into like a spread. You don't really want to go that far, okay? So I've done that a few times. So let's go, what are we doing? We're doing 7 seconds. Is that what I said? Yes, good, just checking. 7 seconds, my numbers are not my strength. They disappear from my head really fast. That's why I like things like cheat sheets, so that I know what I'm doing. Up to speed 7, and let's see what this looks like. All right, it's done. Let's wait for the arms. It's going to click on next. There's no next button. You can see how programmed my brain is on guided recipes. So perfect. Check that out. Soft cheese. Another tip with your soft cheeses is make sure they're cold. The warmer they get, the softer they get, and you don't want it soft because the blades really struggle to get through it. Okay, I'm just wiggling that blade to release the last bit out. So you can see that beautiful texture there of that cheese in there. So that's gorgeous. That's ready to go on top of something. As I said, 300 grams, you want to go probably for the extra couple of seconds. But always, if you're worried, start on the shorter side and then add the extra time, right? Okay, this is not much Parmesan cheese. Let's see how much it is. I'll be lucky. I think it's about 70 grams, 50 to 70 grams. So same as before, look. Size of silver dial, same thickness as silver dial. Oh, look, 30 grams. I was nowhere near. All right, so same thing as before. I'll put the little hard bits in the left. So over we go. Push the house key will take us back. 7 seconds. Now it's so little. It may be done early, but I'll leave it go to 7 seconds just so you can see what that looks like. So you've got that reference point. Speed 7 again. I love grated Parmesan, okay? I didn't know how much I loved it until I had a Thermomix, because before that I only knew it as the really dry powdery stuff, but when you can make it yourself, it's just amazing. Oh, that's spot on. Like, it looks so incredibly similar to this. Now, if you wanted that to be a powder, 10 seconds, okay? You need to go longer. So let me just pour that out. You'll see that texture, and I'll actually take the photo, and I don't know that you're going to be able to tell the difference in the photo. If you look really finely, you might see the difference between those 2 cheeses in there. I'll put them side by side on the end picture, but you really can't see too much difference. You can kind of see it's got a different color to it. Texture's not that dissimilar. So how cool is that? So grating cheese in your Thermomix, not hard. Please save yourself some money and save your stomach, because some of our grated cheeses, actually most of them, have a white substance on the outside of them that gives most people tummy aches without knowing it. What it actually stops the product in the bag doing is sticking to itself. So when you grate your own cheese like this, if you left it in the fridge, it would actually bind to each other, or even in the freezer, it'll bind, it'll stick to each other. So what you want to do is store this, if you've got leftovers, in a Glad bag or a bag that you can manipulate later. So rub it between your hands to break up the particles and you're good to go. But the stuff you buy, that white powder on the outside, stops things binding to each other. So that's what it does in your intestines as well, as it stops other things being able to get to it and bind to it and actually take the goodness out of the cheese. So grate it yourself, save money, make your tummy feel a bit happier, and when you've got leftovers, freeze it in a bag like a Glad bag so that you can just donk it on the bench or rub it between your hands to break it up, ready to put on your salad, on top of your shepherd's pie, whatever it might be. But no more grating cheese, guys. Buy the block, grate it yourself. So that's it from me today. I hope you're enjoying this series. Reach out if you've got questions. If there's anything I can support you with, that's what I'm here for. I love to hear from you. I love to hear what you're making. And I do hope this is giving you confidence to go outside of guided recipes and actually do some things yourself with ease and with confidence in your Thermomix. But otherwise, thanks for joining me today. My name is Lisa Keegan from Thermomixing Adventures. Go download that on my website. But take care, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, because tomorrow we're doing chocolate, and everyone loves chocolate. So I can't wait to see you then. Bye.